Okay, welcome back everybody to the Dream Whisperer of Jesus, where we discuss and interpret prophetic dreams. We're here in Canberra and sun setting, nice beautiful day. No prophetic dream in this video, I just thought I'd talk about an interesting news story in Australia at the moment. So there's this media group in Australia called the Asia Pacific Defence Reporter. I'll provide a link to the story in the description box below, but the APDR, as their acronym is, have reported that there's allegedly $800 million missing, not missing but unexplained in an Australian defence procurement. So what happened was, last May 2022, Australia bought a number of HIMARS rocket artillery systems from the United States, and then fast forward to August 18th this year, Australia's bought another similar package of HIMARS rocket artillery systems from America, but the difference is the deal in May 2022 cost roughly 600 million Australian dollars, and then the August 2023 package for an almost identical procurement cost 1.5 billion Australian dollars. So this media group have went through the numbers, and they've basically calculated there's an $800 million overspend in this procurement. So it raises the question, where has this $800 million gone to? So my very strong suspicion is that it has gone to the war in Ukraine, but the Australian government's so ashamed to say that it's just flushing money down the toilet in Ukraine that it just hides it in a defence procurement, and the Australian taxpayer gets overcharged to $800 million Australian, and the story gets buried. So the next interesting part of the story is that Australian mainstream media, all the Australian journalists, all the Australian academics in both the left and the right of Australian politics just don't talk about the story. It just gets buried, ignored, turn a blind eye to it. So when this kind of thing happens, you really know the Australian deep state is at work. So you've just got politicians, journalists, academics all working together to make sure that no noise, no stink, no fuss is made out of the situation that Australia's just donating 800 million to Ukraine, and you kiss that money goodbye and you never see it again. So it's really amazing for me how the Australian deep state works. I don't know how they do it. Like, do they have a group email? Just everyone got an email last week saying, oh, heads up, there's $800 million overspend on HIMARS rocket systems, but the money's going to Ukraine. We're not prepared to tell the Australian public that we're throwing money away like this, so journalists, academics, please don't report on it. And they just sign off on it. It's just amazing how these news stories get buried, and politicians are usually itching to uncover evidence of corruption, but Australian Liberal Party, they're just not interested in this story. So it's obviously they've somehow received the group email or the group text, whatever it is, saying not to touch this story. So I just thought I'd share that with all my viewers who are interested, anyone out there in YouTube land who randomly comes across my channel and finds this interesting. I'll provide a link to the story below, but yeah, I just thought it's really interesting. And it's also really sad, I'm living here in Canberra, I can do a 10-minute drive down the road right now and find homeless people that are living on the street, haven't got accommodation, and you know, Australian government just throws away 800 million, and yet there's homeless people here in Canberra right under the Prime Minister's nose, but they just don't seem to care. So it's extremely sad, but that's the world we live in, and Australian journalists and university academics are all part of this system. Okay, thank you brothers and sisters in Christ. Bless you, and I'll be back soon. Bye bye.